Hello everyone, it is RosinQuartz here and welcome to another speed build by yours truly. So today we have another long build. Who's surprised? It's a build by me, so that means it's gonna take forever. But, so I really actually wanted to do kind of like a modern build. I feel like I've been doing kind of a non-modern build, so I thought I would just give it a try, do another modern build, and this one gave me like a lot of trouble. Like, I don't know, I had a lot of difficulties with it, and then still in the end I'm not sure how I really like it in the end. Like, I do like it, but it's sort of that, like, it took forever, and because it took so long, you're like exhausted from the memory of it. So I do like it, I just am not in love with it, if it makes any sense. Probably because I had so much trouble with it, so I think that's probably one of the main reasons for that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this build anyway, because it was difficult and I was having so many troubles. Like, as you're seeing right here, I'm really trying to like work on that like balcony type thing, and I didn't exactly go into it with a plan for the balcony. I just thought, you know, I'll do a balcony, and then when I ended up starting to do the balcony, I was like, okay, I don't really like this balcony, and I didn't know what I wanted, and it was getting like a little crazy. But yeah, so this build took me actually quite a while. That's why I had to speed this one up really quickly. I'm pretty sure this one is super sped up. Yeah, this one's super sped up. And if anything, I'm kind of watching it and I'm like, man, it's still a little bit slow. But yeah, this one just took me a while because I was dealing with this roofing for such a long time that it basically like took over my life for like a period of however long this build took me. I think it took me about like maybe like 2.5 hours or 3 hours or something like that. And I had to take like a break halfway through because I was just like, that roof, not the roof, that balcony, as you can see here, I'm playing around with so many different ideas, and then I end up going back and putting a balcony there, and it was crazy, guys. But yeah, I really wanted to do just kind of like a modern house, just because I have a lot of farmhouses coming up. It wasn't intentional, it just sort of happened. I did the one farmhouse for you guys that you guys have already seen, and I decided to do another, and then I was like, well, I'll do just one more, and then I now have like bunch of different kinds of farmhouses that I'm going to be building and have already built, and so we're basically gonna have a farmhouse extravaganza from here on. So it's not too bad, mostly just because of the fact that they're fairly short builds. They're builds that I think are really cute and very pretty, and they're great, like, they look like starter homes almost, but at the same time they also look like really realistic homes as well, because when I was building them I really wanted to get those sort of like realistic home kind of vibes. And this one that you're seeing right now, this particular modern beach house, I really want to go with really like dark patterns, and I really want to go with a lot like higher end kind of stuff. And it was I was really into it, like, I think at first, and then I think by the time that, because I went down to, even though the second floor is the main floor, everything's kind of on the everything's on the first floor, and then all the bedrooms, no, not all the bedrooms are sorry, I'm trying to think here. It was a little while ago when I built this. But you've got the master bedroom, and you've got like a spa gym type thing on the second floor. Then I think you've got 3 bedrooms on the downstairs, plus the kitchen and living room on the first floor. And I don't exactly remember the point of why I was explaining all of this, but basically, I did the first floor, I did all those bedrooms, and then I did the master bedroom, and then by the time I got to the gym spa, I was absolutely exhausted because it was like 3 hours up at that point, and I wanted to use a little bit of the spa day stuff, and then it wasn't perfect. I think that I wish I could kind of go back in and redo a little bit of the spa kind of room, but it's not so bad, you know, like, I do like it, I just don't know how functional it is, because I did use move objects, everything's kind of squished a little bit together, I did some kind of like different kinds of things in there, so I hope that you guys like it. I don't know why I posed that as a question, but I want you guys to like my builds, but, I meant that in the way of, like, you guys like the layout and it's not as messy as I feel like it is, but I don't know, I had a lot of fun building this house as well. Like, I got to use a lot of different kinds of windows. I really want to work with some, like, different kinds of shapes and different kinds of, like, house layouts, and I feel like I really was able to get that with this house, and, you know, there's lots of experiments that I did with this build that I can use for future builds, and I think that's a lot of the reasons why I like this build, and even though it is a long build, even for you guys. But, yeah, so I'm just working on all the kind of the windows right now, and I think I'm going to be moving on into the layout and stuff like that. And, you know, it's a really cool house. I like how I kind of did this sort of entryway that's on the, like, second floor, and then you have to go down to the next floor, and it's got this, like, neat kind of layout. It's this sort of, like, separate kind of vibe that I really like. It's sort of, you can have it as a getaway home, but you can also have it as, like, an actual house to live in, and I think it's just a really neat kind of space, and, yeah, and I use a lot of, like, the new, like, dine out kind of stuff, and, I throw in, like, I don't know, there's a lot of different kinds of packs that I kind of used. I think it was mostly, like, dine out and spa day, though. I'm pretty sure you can see all the different kinds of spa day. I absolutely love that pack. I got the spa day pack, actually, when I got the dine out pack, and basically right now I'm obsessed with the 2 packs right now, so I'm just using them all the time, which isn't technically a good thing, but all this stuff is so nice. I love using it, and, yeah, so right now we're working on sort of just doorways, how I want the layout to kind of work, and I think it's got, like, a really, like, interesting kind of layout, and I think it's really neat in the way that I did things, but yeah, so I think we're moving on. I don't know what I kind of do from here. I actually have no idea. I think I'm just continuing on with doors and stuff like that, but yeah, how are you guys doing today? I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. It's actually super chilly here. I think I think the weather, like, suddenly just, like, took a drop over the middle of the night because it was super hot yesterday, and then today it just got super duper cold, and I don't know what happened. I'm wearing a sweater and, like, sweatpants, and I'm freezing. But it's nice having a little bit of a cool day because it's been really, really hot these past couple of days. And right now I finally have actually a little bit of time so that I'm actually able to do, like, a voiceover and stuff like that, just because my grandfather is now in town, and so I have limited time to be able to make builds, to be able to do the voiceovers for one thing, and just kind of the whole work, and then it works, and then I'm working, and then my parents want to go and visit places with him, and so it's a little hectic right now. But I did a lot of these builds in advance, thankfully, and you guys should be getting regular videos. I'm hoping so. By regular, I mean, like, 3 videos a week. That's kind of my goal, just because these builds, I don't want to be doing any more videos per week until I get a new microphone and I'm able to do a Let's Play series that I've already gotten started. By getting started, I mean I've created the sim, I've created the, like, entire like, community. I've made, like, I think I made over, like, 20 sims so that I could put into this city so that we have a lot of people to meet, and I'm very, very excited. I'm so excited. I really wish I could start like right now, but there's just no time or way that I can start doing a Let's Play at this current kind of moment. But I do have it like all prepped, and I even played with that sim for a while just to kind of see how things would go, seeing what kinds of sims pop up, and just making sure everything is all right before we start. I am preparing like crazy for it because I want to do a little bit of roleplay with it, but not like so much that it's like actually like a story type series, if you get what I mean. It is a very like, you know, it's going to be based around like Dine Out, and it's going to be a very like rags to riches kind of series where we start out with nothing, and then we're gonna work our way to the top of culinary skills, whatever. We're gonna own a restaurant, and we're gonna be amazing and rich, and and we're gonna probably have a family and stuff like that. And I'm not sure if I want it to be like a legacy thing or not, or if I want to keep that separate, but so that I could do that sometime in the future. But I'm very, very, very excited for it because I've been preparing for so long and I want to start today, but I can't. I probably won't be able to start for another like 2 weeks or so, my time, not like when it like, probably by the time this video gets uploaded, it'll be like another week, but for me, it's like 2 weeks from now, and I'm just like, I want to do it today. and it's also like almost July now, which I think is absolutely insane. I still haven't done my drive, like learning to drive yet, and I've still got like a bunch of like government stuff that I've got to do because I'm in university, and I'm just like, life is stressful, and I feel like I have all these like deadlines, and but right now I'm actually doing the kitchen here, which is super exciting. We finally got to the kitchen, and don't worry, I actually do put in flooring, even though I almost always forget. I hope I put in flooring. Oh boy. Well, actually no, I did put in flooring. It's just hard to tell because the particular kind of flooring I use is like a white floorboard hardwood kind of flooring, so it actually looks like cement from my point of view. But no, I did put in flooring, I remember that. And yeah, so I think I've done like most of the sort of like design. So I did that front entryway, which I think is very pretty, and I did that little seating area that separates between the kitchen and the living room that'll potentially be there. And there's a lot of like little kind of cute things about this house that are just kind of different. You know, I really love that that new brick walls and stuff like that come with Dine Out, and I think it has that like CC kind of vibe, like custom content kind of vibe, but it's still, you know, like not actually custom content, so I don't feel like so people can actually like use it and stuff like that. I still don't know how I particularly feel about custom content. Like, I love custom content. I think it's very, very pretty. I do have like on my Tumblr, I do reblog a lot of custom content that I find is very pretty and stuff like that, but it just comes down to like, do I want it in my game? You know, do I want to make builds with it and stuff like that for you guys to have? Because you would have to download all the custom content, and that kind of makes me sad in a way, because there's a lot, not everyone can use it, right? And unless they, you know, have the links to everything. But and that's kind of how I feel. I feel the same way about like making custom content sims. When I was I did take a few sims from the gallery and stuff like that. It was really difficult to find sims that like were nice looking, but didn't have custom content. And that's not to say that like the sims that I have made or sims that other people have made are like ugly or anything like that, because trust me, there are some custom content sims that are like absolutely terrifying. And oh, totally random, but that's where I made that like cool little like table design. I totally saw that in Simproved proves like Arabian restaurant, and I thought that was the neatest thing. I never, like, I when she did like the table like that, I was like, I am stealing that for a future day. And I decided to use it in this build, and I think it looks super like creepy, as like it's like it looks almost like a pentagram, and I don't know, I kind of think it's really cool because I have all these like red accents. But yeah, anyways, as I was saying about custom content, like I like aesthetically what like custom content looks like, but I don't like it actually like in my own game, particularly for like casts and stuff like that. I think in the future I might do like custom content like builds, but I don't particularly like a lot of the custom content for casts, because a lot of the times like they look pretty funky in game, and that's, you know, you'd be using your sim a lot in game, right? And I do like a lot of the Maxis match kind of stuff, but I don't know. I think I have a very unpopular opinion, and I'm sorry. But there's nothing I can do. I don't know. I'm very like here or there with custom content, and I don't know, we'll see, maybe that'll change in the future, but maybe because I don't have like all the packs and stuff like that, so it feels like I still have a lot of available designs that I can use, and I'm not in a place right now where I feel like I need custom content. I'm happy with a lot of the packs, not to mention it's like it would be such a pain having to like download stuff and like making sure it doesn't corrupt my game and all that sort of stuff. I'd rather just not. I don't know, I'm just remembering like the struggles of using like mods and stuff like that, and getting all those like packs and stuff like that from like Minecraft, and I'm just like, I don't want to go through that again. But that's a very me thing. But yeah, so right now we're just working on the bathroom here, and we're going to be moving on into the bedrooms and stuff like that. And yeah, just so you know, most of this build is just interior. Like, I don't even really do like a lot of landscaping or anything like that. Like the video is this long because of interior. I can't believe like this video is just so long with just like interior stuff. Like, I don't know, I haven't been feeling doing like interior all that much. Like, I do like my interior in this particular house though. I think it looks super nice, and mostly just because I do love the black and white kind of look, and I'm liking how I have like lots of pops of color, and how every room has sort of its own unique kind of sim that would go in. Like, for example, this particular room that's being built right now is for that sort of like rebellious teen sim who likes all black, and you know, is it like maybe an artist and stuff like that. And I really like that about this room. This room has a lot of detail, and then I think I have like the pink bedroom for your more like girly kind of sims, or your more feminine kind of sims, just your sims who like pink, you know. And then I have a guest bedroom which doesn't have a lot of design, and then the master bedroom is super duper cool. I think I really love what I did with the master bedroom, but we don't get there until quite a while from now. I think I spent like all of my like how do I explain it, like all my energy into this particular kind of room, giving it all the detail and giving it all that sort of like different little stuff, that by the time I got finished the first floor, I was like exhausted. And I think I said that before when I got to the gym. I don't know I don't know how to make gyms look cool, you know. Like, I think there's a lot of people who can probably make cool looking gyms, but I don't know, maybe it's just me. Like, whenever I add in a gym, I think it looks super lame and not that interesting or detailed, and I don't know how to make it look cooler. But what can you do? So here is the more like white and pink kind of room. Actually, I don't even think there's any pink. I think the walls are like a kind of like a cream kind of color, and I like having like a different variety of like rooms and stuff like that, just to give each room a little bit of character, so you're not seeing the same kind of room every single build. Although I think I do have a habit of doing a really like feminine pink room, and then putting in that one particular kind of clock that has like the flowers and stuff on it. But because a lot of my builds are inspired by like other builds that I've previously done, and you put together a design and then you're like, oh, there's a few items in there that I would like to do again at another point. And I think that's kind of how like a lot of my builds kind of work. They're all inspired by all the other builds I've done. But yeah, I think I've said like in some of my other builds that I'm like really excited, well, not in my other builds, but in my recent ones, that I've got a ton of farmhouses for you guys, and so you're definitely gonna get something very different in the future. So I hope you guys are very excited for them, because I think they're very pretty and they all have their own kind of unique kind of character to them. And I don't know, I haven't seen a lot of like farmhouse type houses being built, especially like ones that I'm putting a level of like realism into them as well. And so I'm excited about them, and I hope you guys like them too. And yeah. But yeah, so right now we're just doing the guest bedroom. There's not a lot of detail that's being put into here because it's just, in my mind, it's a guest bedroom, and if at any point when you download this house you can decorate it any way you please. And yeah, I think like this house is like pretty cool looking, especially with the brick. I do really love the brick, and I love those oh my goodness, those windows from Spa Day. I think they're absolutely amazing, and this is where I go for a really like black kind of bedroom, and I was very excited about it because I don't do these sort of black and white, like hard blacks and like hard like bright whites all that much. Like I do a lot of really white kind of rooms, but I don't really do the opposite, which is really dark kind of rooms. And so I really want to try kind of making I guess like an edgy room, and I do love this bedroom, and I like all the just the little bits of details that I put in, and I think it looks pretty awesome. And I think, like I've said in other builds and stuff like that, if you do ever have Sims that go and live in this house, feel free to make screenshots and send them to me on Twitter. I would really, really love it. I really like seeing what people do with builds and stuff like that. Like, obviously I don't mean to like demolish the entire lot and then be like, hey, but I mean that in the sense, like, if your Sims are living in this house, I would love to see how they're getting along in it, and I like what kind of like small changes you've made to fit their personality and stuff like that. And I don't know, I just think it's a really cool kind of space, and I love it when people like share stuff with me, especially things that I've built. It makes me really happy. But yeah, so we're working on the bathroom here, and it's, you know, just a bathroom, but I go for these like really like dark kind of looks in a very spa type bathroom. And I use like the Dine Out marble flooring, and I love the new paintings that come with Dine Out. I've been using them in like all my builds, and we're just saving right there. I'm one of those people who are very like I'm always paranoid that I'm going to, like, my game's gonna crash and stuff like that, so I save all the time. I'm like, save. So I apologize if there's, like, little bits of, like, saving in between. I figured not to, like, edit them up just because they're so quick, and sometimes when I'm editing, things break. And the less editing that I have to do, the happier I am. Although I do enjoy editing, so I don't know why I'm complaining. But this is where you see me struggle trying to put together this gym, because I didn't know how to do it. I really wanted to have some of the spa day stuff, but then at the same time I was like, I want it to be a gym so they can work out at the same time, and I was just like, it was awful. But we are nearing the end here, so I'm going to be letting you go soon before we get to screenshots. And just as I do every video, and I'm looking at my sticky note here to remind me, but feel free to check out my Twitter, my Tumblr, my Instagram, and also my Sims Amino. In all of them, I usually share my builds and stuff like that with you guys, and it's a great place to, all of them are great places to communicate with me. My one thing that is a little dead, though, is my Instagram. I don't use it all that much, but I do have it. I keep meaning to be more active on it, but I'm always active on my personal Instagram, which I don't particularly want to share at the moment, but maybe in the future. And yeah. But if you ever need to get in contact with me, or if you ever have any comments or like build suggestions and stuff like that, feel free to leave that in the comments, or feel free to message me on Twitter and stuff like that. And if you ever see a build that you like by me but you don't know all the specs and stuff like that about it, like how much it costs, what kind of lot, and all that sort of stuff, on my Tumblr I do post these big posts about all my builds. Because I'm currently busy right now with family being over, I haven't been able to do it for my more recent builds, and for that I apologize, but in the future I'll definitely catch up and do them all. But yeah, I share just what's all in the packs and pretty much everything I use, and all the little screenshots so that you can see what's all in it. But yeah. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this build, and I hope that you guys are checking out some more of my builds and stuff like that, and I will see you guys later. So goodbye everyone.